We start early.
For you 14.
Come on, guys. Hold on. So now start. Working on what, sir?
Yeah, to delete.
Raul, cover! Play it one time.
I told him I run him down. Top now?
Next side!
So let me remember that.
You know what? What's enough for it?
No, I see it so good. I see it now. So welcome back. Welcome back to the Jackson Sports Complex. We had a slight glitch earlier. Experienced some technological difference issues. But we are back with live action. Ball played into the box and fumbled a little bit, but eventually handled by Chambers, who gets his start after a while. Here's Devontae Campbell, constantly being hounded by the Harbour View players. Free kick to Mount Pleasant. Here is Jamoy Topi in possession. Comes to Miguel Joseph. Joseph goes all the way over to Kyle Ming. Yo, remember me live, bro. Kyle Ming goes into touch. And it's a throw to the Harbour View team. Taken quickly. Way back to Tyre Lawrence. Comes all the way back to Odalon Harding. Goes back to Anthony Bennett. Bennett comes forward, launches this one upfield. Here is Kong, loses possession. Devontae Campbell. Actually, that's Franco Celestino gets a hard tackle there from Tahir Lawrence. Goes into touch for a throw. Throw to Mount Pleasant. It's going to be taken by Goddard Irving. Actually, there's a player down from Harbour View. Looks to be number 9, Andre Fagan. Getting some treatment from the Harbour View medic. Fagan is up. Fagan is up. And he walks off, which is a good sign. So throw is going to be taken by, looks like Godale Irving. He's operating in the right back position for this one. Throws this one to Captain McCullough. Comes over to Jamoy Topi. Comes all the way out and finds Devontae Campbell. Here's Devontae Campbell. Comes back to Joseph. Joseph goes all the way around to McCullough, who finds Daniel Green. Actually, that's Jadiel Irving. All the way out to Celestine. Comes to Captain McCullough, who comes back to Kimoni Bailey. Bailey comes over to Daniel Green, to Devontae Campbell. Miss Campbell looking for a shot. Not available. Passes to Celestino. Shot here from Captain McCullough. Rowan Brown loses possession to Kimoni Bailey. Here is Bailey. Lovely work by Kimoni Bailey. Comes across. And Campbell skies that one. That was some enterprising play from the Mount Pleasant team there.
Beautiful play there, BamSports.
Yeah, that was some lovely play by the Mount Pleasant team there. Kimoni Bailey playing in the left back position. Stream forward, did he?
Good skill there, creativity done from Kimoni Bailey.
Played the ball across, and Devontae Campbell needed to be a little bit more composed there. Would have hoped to have slotted that one home and given the home team the lead. Back with live play, as this one is booted upfield by Bennett. Headed out. Here is Trayvon Reed. Former Kingston College Morning Cup standout. Twisting and turning in the middle of the park. Loses possession, but referee says unfairly so.
BamSports, Mount Pleasant is at 73 points. What do you think motivates them now to continue to win games and, get the objective done?
Well, they definitely want to ensure they finish atop the table. Teams below are not too far off. Here is a ball played forward, cleared by the Mount Pleasant team. And Raheem Edwards is chasing Odell and Harding, but that one goes over for a throw. Harding. It was a ball back inside. Oh, possession won by Mount Pleasant there. Looks to be a beautiful ball played over to Devontae Campbell. Shot. Just wide.
I would definitely say that was the right option by Campbell to cut in and use the player as a decoy to scoop the ball in the back of the net, but did not go on target, BamSports.
Yeah, that was a lovely attempt. As you see Coach Ferguson, he's berating his players. Same for Damien Stewart. He's not happy with what's going on defensively. So far, Mount Pleasant seem to be having the better of this encounter. As the ball is put over by Bennett. Won by Captain McCullough. Played back forward, but a little overhit. And goes straight back to Bennett. He's going to go long again. Anthony Bennett is just one forward. Headed out by Kyle Ming. Mount Pleasant. Actually, Harbour View is in possession. Trayvon Reed. The referee is going to call that one back for a foul. The Harbour View players have been... It's been a quite physical game over on that left-hand side between Lawrence and Celestine, and Ming now getting involved. So
Harbour View would say safe from the drop zone. BamSports, 33 points.
Here is Miguel Joseph. Comes forward. Beautiful ball to Devontae Campbell. They had a lovely connection in the last match against Bear. Here is Campbell! And his shot is blocked. The follow-up from Kimoni Bailey is also blocked. Referee says it's offside. And Damien Stewart is going to give them a mouthful. Is the Harbour View defense line. But they did well enough on that occasion to prevent Mount Pleasant from taking the lead at home. Just about,
Back to my question, Bam.
I'll get to the answer in a minute. Just about 14 minutes gone in this encounter. I know you're seeing 10 minutes on the screen, but we had a delay for about 4 minutes as Bennett launches this one upfield. He's hell bent on smashing the goal kicks forward. Here is Rowan Brown. Passes back to, here is Fagan, plays over to Raul, but that cross was left a lot to be desired. So I'll get back to your question now. I think this Mount Pleasant team is just motivated by the quality amongst the squad. Every time you go on the pitch, you always have to put out 100% or you'll be on the bench. As you can see, goalkeeper Chambers, who is a really good goalkeeper, has found playing time very difficult to come by, given the excellence of Shaquan Davis. Here is Rowan Brown. Oh, that one goes into touch. Throw to the Harbour View team. Forward to Rowan Brown, who plays this one across. Irvin will handle it. Plays forward. There is Nicholas Nelson, comes all the way back. Plays this one to Devontae Campbell. There's a lot of possession on this side. Back to Nicholas Nelson. His cross was blocked. Here is Campbell again on this one. Looking for a foul. Nothing says. Referee plays it forward. And Kyle Ming will take possession. Come all the way back to Jamoy Topi. Plays it over to Kimoni Bailey. Here's Bailey, moves past one. Finds Devontae Campbell. Plays it two back to Bailey. Comes across the face of goal. Here's Celestine. Oh, that was a poor touch by the Haitian. Finds Gadiel Irvin on the top, who is looking for a shot. Here's Gadiel Irvin. Shot is blocked. Here's Miguel Joseph. His attempt is blocked as Mount Pleasant comes forward now from Harbour View. Here's Colorado Murray. That's a delightful ball.
1v1.
Over to Trayvon Reed. Here is Reed. Looking for a shot. Here's Trayvon Reed. Here's Trayvon Reed. Shot eventually fumbles and is handed by Chambers.
I think Trayvon Reed should have kicked that ball a little bit earlier once he stepped in.
As we see Miguel Joseph, the young Asian player there from Mount Pleasant, who's down injured. And yeah, I agree with you on seeing, I think once Trayvon Reed got inside, he should have really let fly. He opted to come further in, and the more he came in was the more he was hounded by the Mount Pleasant players, who were not going to give him such an easy look on goal.
I think if he's going to take on the player, he should have tried to go inside the box. Allow the player to try to touch him. Then you could get a free kick or a penalty, because Irving was in the box. Rather than trying to go across the player outside of the 18.
There's Coach Both Stewarts. Giving a lot of instructions to the Harbour View players. And taking the time to give some information. So the game is going to restart with a drop ball, I think. And keeper Chambers played for Harbour View some point in his career. Oh, he would love to get a clean sheet against his former team. As here is Irvin. Launches this one forward, but Celestine was not interested in that one. Wouldn't have gotten it, I believe. Actually goes out for, it looks like a goal kick. Actually, it's going to be a throw. Deep in the Mount Pleasant, in the Harbour View area. Irvin plays this one forward. Referee calls the play back as he says Fagan was held by the Mount Pleasant defender, policeman. So play resumes. Mount Pleasant team just hell bent on keeping possession inside their third. Jamoy Topi comes forward, finds Celestine, goes through to Godile Irvin. Irvin plays a cross, which is smashed out by the Harbour View midfielder. So it's a throw to Mount Pleasant. Throw is taken, and Raheem Edwards. Less said about that, the better.
What's your take on Raheem Edwards? It seems to be on a drought.
He got a goal in the last game, so he's definitely back to where he would want to be. He's definitely back to where he would want to be. And they're hoping to get amongst the goals as continues, as this one is booted forward by Bennett. Headed on. Here's Trayvon Reed, goes inside the box. And his attempt at goal was not the best of choices. I felt he could have opted for a cross on that occasion, but he decided to take a shot there, which ended up going out for a goal kick, as here is Mount Pleasant starts this one back. Chambers to Ming, and he comes to Jamoy Topi. Nice to see Topi back in the starting team. Goes back to Chambers, and Chambers to Topi. Forward to Miguel Joseph, the young Haitian. Fouled by Luca Kong, says referee. Captain McCullough plays this one forward to Devonte. Oh, he was going on one of his runs there, did Devonte Campbell, but his touch was a little bit too heavy. Here is Rowan Brown looking to get past Kimoni Bailey. Lovely attempt there. Here is Kimoni Bailey being hounded by here's Colorado Murray. Here's Murray. Eventually plays this one to Harding. All the way over to Tyre Lawrence. Lawrence goes to Trayvon Reed, who is trying to skill. Gets away with it there is Trayvon Reed. Attempted ball forward. Here is Mount Pleasant. Devonte Campbell has got a lot of time and space. Looking for options. Goes to Miguel Joseph, who could put in his feet. Here is ball played over by Irvin. It's a little bit outside of the reach of Campbell. Oh, 24 minutes gone in this one, as here is Harbour View appealing for a handball there. A shot attempt there by Nicholas Nelson. Didn't miss by much. He's been one of them who's haven't scored in a while. He's one of those players that
Get to see Nicholas Elton really healthy on the pitch.
Once he gets an opportunity, he will definitely let you pay. I haven't seen him playing in a while. Seems to be carrying an injury, but Back with the playing team for now.
Right side.
Here is Mount Pleasant coming forward. Lovely ball played through there. Ball across goal. Brilliant stop by Luca Kong there. Throw to Mount Pleasant, taken quickly. Chamber. And the referee says that Campbell has been fouled by Harbour View's number 6, guard Stewart. Actually, that's not guard Stewart. It's Raoul. So it's a free kick to Mount Pleasant. Midway the Harbour View half. I would say just a little bit more than midway it is. As you see,
It's dangerous.
winger Shamar Smith going to
Harbour View.
get warmed. Yeah, it's a dangerous place.
Sule Makala in the box. Lurking.
Captain Makala, oh, he would love to get a loose ball inside the 18-yard box. I'm sure he will. He will let Harbour View pay should they afford him that opportunity.
Got a similar entry in the Jamaica game versus St. Vincent. Did not score.
He'll definitely be looking to make this one count should one present itself to him. Sun is extremely hot here at the Jackson Sports Complex. There is Kimoni Bailey over this one. Plays this one inside the box. Cleared by Harbour View. Back to Kimoni Bailey. Better cross. But goalkeeper Bennett takes control of that. Harbour View players are shot there by Kyle Ming. I think he has scored about 1 goal for Mount Pleasant. It wasn't from that distance with Ming. Here is Lawrence to Luca Kong. Possession lost. Nelson slid there. Here is Trayvon Reed is fouled by the Mount Pleasant player. Trayvon Reed has been coming back quite deep. On this. And here is Odolan Harding. Smashes this one forward. Attempted pass by Duan Green there. Young Kingston College Manning Cup player. Not successful. Goes into touch. Throw taken by Irvin. Green. Over to Lawrence. Forward to Luca Kong, but Kyle Ming was there and hits this one forward. Bennett allows it to go out for goal kick. Ball played over to Garth Stewart. Here's a ball played forward, but one present intercepts. Topi comes to Kimoni Bailey. Captain McCullough plays to Ming. Ming goes to Franco Celestine. Possession won by Harbour View, but Celestine is there. Here is Trayvon Reed. Here is Trayvon Reed going down the byline, looking for a cross. Blocked by Ming and goes out for a corner. People smash the like button. So it's a corner. Corner to Harbour View. I think this is Harbour View's first corner in the game. And
take him away first. Take him away.
it's going to be taken by Trayvon Reed. Ball played across. Cleared for another corner by unpleasant defender. Looks like Captain McCullough on that occasion. Theodore Whitmore is asking his players to match up. I guess he wants Jamoy Topi to be marking Garth Stewart. Both of them are 6-footers, taken short by Harbour View. Lovely work by Joseph there, but still with Harbour View. Ball played inside the box. Falls to Fagan! And unable to get a shot on, but his attempted bicycle is a foul on Kyle Ming. He got a good opportunity there, did Andre Fagan, the veteran striker, to maybe slot that one home, but his effort wasn't as pristine as they would like. As here is Chambers, launches this upfield, but comes back to Luca Kong of Harbour View. Plays this one forward to Reed. Misses in the end, did Andre Fagan, but referee said that one was offside. I wouldn't have counted in the end. Mount Pleasant restarts this one quickly as Kimoni Bailey launches this ball forward, looking for Nicholas Nelson, but Garth Stewart intercepts. Here is Luca Kong. Oh, that was some lovely skill by Luca Kong there. Plays the ball forward, but a little bit overcooked. Goes straight to Chambers, who releases Goddard Irving. Here is Devontae Campbell. Has Luca Kong for company. Rowan Brown. Miguel Joseph does well. Plays the ball through, but eventually is headed to the Harbour View goalkeeper, who starts to play quickly and finds Reed, who finds Tyre Lawrence. Here's Lawrence. He's taken down by, I think that's Franco Celestine. He's getting a mouthful from the referee. There is a young Asian, very aggressive, and being a youngster on the pitch, wants to show the older players that he's here to stay. As so free kick to Harbour View. Support make it midway the Mount Pleasant half. It's going to be taken by Trayvon Reed. He's there with Tyre Lawrence. I think Reed has taken all of Harbour View's free kick. He comes forward with Trayvon Reed. Cleared by Mount Pleasant, but he's back in possession. It's Trayvon Reed. Tyre Lawrence and Reed. Seems like they have a lovely connection there. Trying the, what we would call in Jamaica, the rondo. Doesn't work. Referee gives a throw to Mount Pleasant. The Harbour View bench is not pleased. And possession has been just low on that side, but it's eventually won by Harbour View, and the one green was fouled by Mount Pleasant, and that one was taken quickly, and that cross left a lot to be desired, I would say.
You think about Harbour View in this last 5 minutes, I think a lot of pressure in the Mount Pleasant half. Trayvon Reed at the heart of everything. Luca Kong getting a lot of space in the middle of the park, picking some passes.
Yeah, Trevor Reed is definitely showing his quality. As here is Celestine, comes to Irvin. Irvin! That was a wonderful goal by Irvin. Not even the goalkeeper for Harbour View moved. It seemed as if he used the defender as a decoy and slotted that one home. So it's 1-0 to Mount Pleasant. Gardile Irvin, he's enjoying life as a right back. Cuts in on his favourite left foot and smashed that one past goalkeeper Bennett. He didn't have the slightest clue about that one. So we're in the 35th minute.
So based on what I'm seeing here, that would be the, in terms of goal difference, 58. So positive 58 now, BamSports. They are the team in the competition that scored the most goals, and I think the less goals has scored from 32 games.
So it's 1-0 to the home team. As here's Harbour View looking to respond immediately, but Kimoni Bailey has different ideas. Ryan Edwards looking to keep possession there. Lovely work by Nicholas Nelson. Let's Devontae Campbell loose. Oh, he's offside. He needed to have checked his run there. Did Devontae Campbell. I really don't want to see wingers being offside, being out so wide when they have the opportunity to look across the line, but I'll give him that. It's the first time he's been offside in 35 minutes. I think he can get a reprieve for that one. So it's a free kick. It's going to be taken by...
Look at the stats of BamSports. It's Harbour View negative 18. Now they will be negative 19 based on that goal. It seems to be a team that is not really scoring a lot of goals this season. 33 points.
Yeah, Harbour View have not been having the best of seasons in the last couple of seasons. In fact, since they won, here is Captain McCullough. Well, they are saying for him to shoot. Kimoni Bailey comes out to Devontae Campbell. Comes back out to Joseph, the man they call Busquets. And goes back to Topi, who chips this one over to Nelson. He's a little bit in front of him, too far in front. Harbour View coaching staff is asking for ball to come to the right hand side where Rowan Brown is. They call him Mocha. But that's won by Bailey. Forward to Rowan Brown. Goes out for a corner to the Harbour View team.
Number 31 was making a run. Colorado Moore could have played that pass to him. What's your take on that, man?
Yeah, but as a striker in that position, can't blame Murray for taking an attempt on the goal. He hasn't had an attempt all game, so can't blame him for... I think his decision was good. I think the execution is the part that he probably would want to work on. That was not a bad choice. Here is Trayvon Reed again. Plays this one short. I don't like the idea of these short corners, but maybe Harbour View have worked on something in training. Back to Trayvon Reed, who comes over in the box. And it's played out by Irvin for another corner. Former Harbour View captain Johnny Talbot is on the bench. He's not agreeing with those short corners. He wants it to be played over as referee has been called over by his assistant, Jacet Carr Wilson. She's gonna give him some information now. He's gonna go over and have a talk with someone from either the Harbour View or the Mount Pleasant team. In fact, he's calling, looks like Tahir Lawrence and Miguel Joseph have a discussion. Mount Pleasant have left 2 players of field, Celestine Ryan Edwards. And Devontae Campbell is also not right back as Trayvon Reed plays this one across. And that header by God Stewart is just wide. Mount Pleasant with Irving, back to Celestine, back to Irving, who comes forward to Ryan Edwards. But Bennett was alert to the danger there on that occasion and went and played it into touch. It's a throw to Mount Pleasant, deep inside the Harbour View half. And taken by Irving. Looking for Nelson, but finds guard Stewart instead, who boots this one forward. It's going to be another throw to Mount Pleasant. Throw taken. Here is Celestine. Goes back to Captain McCullough, and McCullough comes all the way over to Miguel Joseph. Nice young player there is the Haitian Miguel Joseph. Plays to Kimoni Bailey, who finds Devontae Campbell. Goes back to Joseph. Lovely technical ability being displayed by the young Haitian there. Finds Captain McCullough. McCullough comes back to Ming. Ming comes all the way over to Jamoy Topi. Topi to Kimoni Bailey. Finds Nicholas Nelson. Nelson's attempted forward pass is prevented, and the referee gives a foul to Harbour View. Says Nicholas Nelson created the infringement. Here is guard Stewart. Plays this one over to Rowan Brown, who is battling it out with his former Dumble-holding teammate Rowan Brown and Kimoni Bailey. They would have been a part of the Dumble-holding team that went to the Jamaican Premier League final in 2021. Both have since left, and Bailey is enjoying life here at Draxall. He already has 10 goals in the league. Chambers comes forward. Raul gets it out to Brown. Brown goes to Fagan. Fagan to Luca Kong. Tempted shot, blocked. Goes out for a corner. And make it. This is about the 5th corner that Harbour View are getting in this half. Just about. Well, you're seeing 38 minutes on the clock, but I tell you, we are about 43 minutes gone. See the 4th official there getting his signboard. There's a corner played over in the box. Header by, looks like Rowan Brown, just over. Goalkeeper Chambers is a little bit late to come for that one. Theodore Whitmore is giving him some instructions as they come all the way back to Jamoy Topi. Topi to Kimoni Bailey, being hounded. Here is Nelson, back to Bailey. Referee is gonna stop. He's gonna give a strong talking to the young Duane Green with the referee. Looks like referee Mason. Letting Duane Green know that he's not having any more of those. Tackles being tolerated. We did see a Mount Pleasant player go down in their last match, Alex Marshall, to a brutal tackle And really would not like to see players going down to injury. As Raul plays this one into touch. Devontae Campbell is loving life on this side. Here's Kimoni Bailey gonna take a throw. Looking for Nelson, but he's headed to Raheem Edwards. Here is Tyre Lawrence, challenges for that one. Wins it, passes it to Trayvon Reed. Trayvon Reed is dispossessed by Franco Celestine. Finds Nicholas Nelson. Finds back Celestine. Ooh. That was a tame effort on goal there by Franco Celestine. Bennett plays the ball forward. Here's Luca Kong. Mount Pleasant. Say that Rowan Brown handled that ball. Referees checking with Mr. Mason, trying to figure out how much times will be added on into this first half as Jamoy Topi. There's the ball over to Ming. There's Kyle Ming. Not in any hurry. Mount Pleasant is already in the lead. And Ming in possession. Nobody from Harbour View is pressing. A little pressure being applied now as Ming goes out to Irving. Goal scorer of the first goal. Lovely turn by Franco Celestine there. Goes down the flank. And that's a foul. Says referee Mason. And the fourth official indicates a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added in the first half. It remains Mount Pleasant Football Academy 1. Harbour View 0. Goal scored in the 35th minute by Gadiel Irvin. Lovely strike there from the wing back. Irvin is over this one. He's going to be referee Mason informing the Harbour View players that if the ball strikes their hand while it's in motion, it's going to be a penalty. There is free kick by Irvin. Played over to the near post and headed out for a corner. That was a poor attempt from Irvin there. He's capable of a lot more than that, is Gadiel Irvin. Well, he'll have another opportunity on this one when he takes a corner. A little further. Maybe distance is what favors him. Maybe from a further distance he'll be able to deliver something better. Here is Irvin inside the box. Headed up by Harbour View. Back to Irvin, who plays it over one time. And the referee says that Ming committed a foul in his attempt to try and win that ball. I think it's going to be a free kick. Going to be taken by Anthony Bennett. Man who won the Jamaican Premier League in 2021 with Harbour View. Plays this one forward, but it goes into touch for a throw. In fact, referee Mason brings this half to an end. So at the halfway stage of this one, it's Mount Pleasant Football Academy 1, Harbour View 0. Goal scored in the 35th minute by number 2, Gadiel Irvin. So we'll end the stream here and we will resume when the second half takes effect. So until then, Oh, it's over there. How much played there before? Yeah. So the second half has resumed. Both teams are trading possessions. And here is an attempted ball looking to find Trayvon Reed. Here is goal scorer of the first goal, Godal Irvin. Plays this one forward. Looking for Raheem Edwards, but ball is won by Duan Green. Here's Duan Green. Comes over, but intercepted by Captain McCullough. Here is Devontae Campbell on his bike. And he's taken down by Duan Green. It's a foul to Mount Pleasant as they comes forward. Here is Bailey. Shot on goal, but shot on goal by Kimoni Bailey there, but not shot, attempt at goal, but not on target. Here is Tyre Lawrence. It's all the way over. And Irvin smashes that one forward. And the referee says that Edwards was offside in that occasion. Bennett is going to hit this one long upfield as he has been doing for most of the first half. Here is Bennett. Puts this one forward. And Captain McCullough comes forward, finds Devontae Campbell, who goes to Kimoni Bailey. Here's Campbell on this one. Goes forward to Nicholas Nelson. Has a lot of options. Comes back to Campbell. Campbell is in possession. Oh, pocket is picked. Lovely salad by Colorado Murray, who floats this one forward. Irvin was alert to head that one back to goalkeeper Chambers. And he puts it down and looks for a pass. Goes back to Captain McCullough. There's McCullough, comes forward. Looking for Devontae Campbell, finds him. Here is Devontae, lovely skill. Comes in the box, finds Nelson, whose shot is on goal. Not well held by Anthony Bennett. And Raheem Edwards follows up with a header from close range. Hits the post. And Bennett gathers that one. Here's Trayvon Reed. Streaming forward. Nice skill from Reed. Finds Colorado Murray, who's looking to turn. Topi clears that. Here's Tyre Lawrence. Goes for a one-time cross and goes into touch.
Right here. Another game from Montreal. So that after pass is going to come and go with
Here is goalkeeper Chambers, goes to Jamoy Topi, who comes back to Chambers. Chambers floats this one forward. Looking for Celestine, but that's headed out by Harbour View's defender, Odelan Harding. Long-standing servant of the Harbour View team is Harding. Throws this one forward. Is Irvin, but there is Trayvon Reed. Throws this one forward. And the referee is gonna Hook. Goddard Irving. So he goes into the referee's book twice in this match. Is Goddard Irving won for his goal in the first half. And now for a foul on Trayvon Reed, who has been really manhandled by the Mount Pleasant players. They are not allowing him to play as he plays just one cross, finds Rowan Brown but headed in the box. And that's carefully handled by Chambers, who comes forward, but ball is intercepted by Harbour View. Play they call Raoul. Rowan Brown plays over to Fagan, and he's fouled on top of the 18-yard box. Is Andre Fagan as his son, looking to set here at the Draxall Sports Complex. Oh, we'd love for the sun to go down. It's really making life difficult here, but we will continue to manage. 51 minutes gone in this one, as seen on the graphic on the screen. So free kick to Harbour View. Trayvon Reed and Colorado Murray seem both interested. I reckon Reed is going to take this one. I see Murray spotting the ball, so maybe he'll have a go. Is Colorado Murray looks to be the one that's going to kick this one. He's spending the most time over the ball. Usually that's the player that's going to strike it. In fact, it's Reed. And the less said about that, the better. As we see former Mount Pleasant Football Academy player Kwasa Chang warming up. He'll be looking to enter the fray in short order to play against his former team. Is Kwasa Chang, as that one is played over to Celestine. Franco Celestine being hounded by Tyre Lawrence. Actually, that's Rowan Brown. He's not successful in getting away. Actually, that's not Celestine. That's Devontae Campbell over on that side. I think they switched. And this one is played forward. Looking for Fagan. Attempted clearance. And it's going to be a throw to Harbour View. Intercepted by Kimoni Bailey, who smashes that one in the Harbour View player, and it goes out for a goal kick. And a number of Mount Pleasant players are also warming up. So Tevin Shaw did make an appearance in their last game against Veer. Irving. Come on, I'm passing. Irving places one forward. But lovely work by Celestine. Finds Nicholas Nelson. Beautiful turn by Nelson there, who gets this one forward. And Mount Pleasant players are adamant that was an infringement. Referee Mason is unmoved. He's not keen on that. So play stop as Luca Kong is getting some attention. There's a bleed. Referee is not allowing him to continue with that, so he's being treated by the medic. And referee is gonna have a restart. So Harbour View is momentarily down to 10 men. It's Luca Kong. Luca Kong is off the pitch. So the ball is given back to Harbour View by Mount Pleasant, and it's then played into touch for a Mount Pleasant throw. taken quickly. Here is Irvin. Comes all the way over to Devontae Campbell. Oh, that was a poor ball. Trying to find Nicholas Nelson. Here is Harbour View. Here is Fagan. And the referee says Fagan fouled Ming, to the dismay of some of the Harbour View players. Here's Devontae Campbell. It's a lovely ball through to Ryan Edwards. Here's Edwards, the man they call Tango. Goes to Nelson, but Nelson is hounded by Harbour View players. Here is Rowan Brown. Oh, slips over the ball. Lovely skill by Brown. Comes forward, finds Andre Fagan. Instead, that's intercepted by Ming. Comes to Nicholas Nelson. Nelson forward, lovely ball played through. Shot on goal, blocked by Harbour View. Comes out to Devontae Campbell. Has Odelan Harding for company. Here is Campbell. Comes back to Celestine. Lovely skill, but the final product by Celestine, not the best. The young player there is Franco Celestine, and the Mount Pleasant fans are calling for some changes in their team. Would like to lift the spirits of the players on the pitch. Rowan Brown slams this one forward. This is going to be a tricky ball. Here is Fagan looking to intercept, but Kyle Ming does really well to get this one forward. Headed out by Luca Kong. Here is Luca in possession. Plays to Trayvon Reed. Reed. There's Reed. Oh, does well to keep possession of the ball. Trayvon Reed doesn't have a pass. Oh, lovely work from Trayvon Reed there. And referee Mason says that's a foul. The Mount Pleasant fans don't believe that. They think Trayvon Reed was showboating a bit there. But he's quickly taken by Harbour View. To Lawrence. To Rowan Brown, sorry. Poor attempt. Ball played cross, but it's held by Chambers, who bowls this one forward. Finds Edwards, who finds Nicholas Nelson. Here is Nelson. All the way over to Devontae Campbell. Lovely skill by the Mount Pleasant graduate. Here's Nelson! That was a lovely goal by the Mount Pleasant Football Academy team. Beautiful work by Devontae Campbell to find Nicholas Nelson, who held his composure and slotted that one home. So, in minute 59, it's Mount Pleasant Football Academy 2, Harbour View 0. And the DJ Massacre has entered the party. So you know when you hear a massacre being played, it's usually the result of a goal. 59 minutes gone, and Harbour View, well, the way they restarted that game tells you that their spirits have been broken in a sense. Oh, miss. Judge ball by Topi there. One by Fagan to Luca Kong. Here's Luca Kong. Finds Andre Fagan. Oh, attempted pile. And Luca Kong was attempting to give Kyle Ming a haircut. Ming, guess what's saying he has already went to the barber. As Mount Pleasant resumed play, the captain McCullough finds Franco Celestine, comes back to Miguel Joseph. That's the Haitian connection. Comes all the way back to Kyle Ming. Ming to Captain McCullough. Here is Celestine. All the way back to Captain McCullough. Back to Jamoy Topi. And McCullough and Topi having just some passes amongst themselves there as Andre Fagan is going to apply some press. And McCullough plays forward. Finds Raheem Meadows. Oh, that's a lovely play from Mount Pleasant there. Comes forward. Ball to Devontae Campbell. Shot is blocked. Follow! Nicholas Nelson for the double. And Mount Pleasant Football Academy, 2 minutes after scoring the second goal, are back in front. Nicholas Nelson for the double. He usually scores his goals in braces. Last time he was on the score sheet, I think he hit a double pass on the line at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. So it's Mount Pleasant Football Academy 3, Harbour View 0. As we see a substitution taking place in the 61st minute. Out comes number 23, Miguel Joseph. He's replaced by number 18, Kevin Shaw. And we also see former Harbour View player Jashawn Anglin. He'll be replacing number 2 goal scorer Goddard Irvin. Substitution taking place in the 62nd minute. Also, a double substitution being lined up by the Harbour View team. I can tell you that Okwasa Chung is going to enter the fray. So here is the restart. Guard Stewart, the captain, passes it over to Zaire Lawrence. There's Lawrence forward, intercepted by Captain McCullough. McCullough to Devontae Campbell. Okay, so Kevin Shaw is getting amongst the passes. Here is Topi. Here's this one out to Kimoni Bailey. Bailey to Franco Celestine. Oh, you'd love to get on the score sheet. Attempted pass. Oh, that's beautifully done by. Here is Nelson looking for the action. Oh, decided to pass back that one to Jashawn Anglin. The fans wanted him to control that one and smash it on target, but he opted to be unselfish. Here is Devontae Campbell being hounded by Trayvon Reed. Comes across the box. Missed kick. As Fagan, he's going to be, that's going to be a foul. And the referee Mason has stopped the play. A substitution for the Harbour View team. In comes number 23, Okima Jones. He's going to replace number 24, Tyre Lawrence. Substitution taking place in the 63rd minute. Make it 63.5 minutes. Oh, they wanted Nicholas Nelson to attempt a hat-trick there. There is also a player from Harbour View that's down. Looks to be Trayvon Reed. He's down in the Harbour View box and requires medical attention. So we have a break in play. So we're running through the goal scorers in this one. So in the 35th minute of the first half, Goddard Irvin struck to give Mount Pleasant the lead. 59th minute, it was Nicholas Nelson for his first. And in the 61st minute, he was back again for his second. And at the rate of which his Harbour View team is defending, I'm sure he'll be thinking there is enough opportunity there for him to get a third. So Harbour View is going to be down to 10 men as Trayvon Reed is off with an injury. So free kick to be taken by Luca Kong. Plays this one forward. And Bailey is going to let this one go into touch, I think. Yes. Kimoni Bailey ushers this one into touch. Harbour View coaching staff looks quite bewildered They didn't know what just hit them. I tell you what, it's a Nicholas Nelson double. As here is Mount Pleasant looking to play out the back. Harbour View comes forward, plays this one inside the box, but Chambers is equal to the task. Bowls this one out to Devontae Campbell, who's been ushered on for a run by his team. He has Luca Kong possession, plays this one over to Raheem Edwards, who comes back to Joshua Anglin, man they called Rooney. Last time he played against his former team, he was ejected. He's been brought on in this one, and I hope he's not ejected. Here is Bailey to Tevin Shaw to Jamoy Topi. Topi still in possession, finds Kimoni Bailey. Bailey to Celestine. Celestine comes back to Anglin. Mount Pleasant maintaining a lot of possession midway the Harbour View half. Here is Anglin. Back to Celestine. Mount Pleasant, Kimoni Bailey gets involved in the possession game. Mount Pleasant plays a ball through. Good ball by Jamoy Topi there. Here is Anglin. Comes all the way out to Devontae Campbell. Devontae Campbell. Nice footwork there from Campbell. Hasn't got a shot on target. And Celestine smashed that attempt. Went over the top. As Harbour View is about to make a change in the 67th minute of play. Player number 10, Akwaso Chong, replaces player number 9, Andre Fagan, while player number 7, Timar Lewis. I was wondering where was Timar Lewis. Who is he going to replace? In fact, he's going to replace Trayvon Reed. So Reed's time on the pitch is over. A double substitution made by Harbour View there in the 67th minute. And this one is played into touch. Here is Harbour View. Here is Timar Lewis for his first touch. Back to Luca Kong. Comes to Raul. Chips this one forward. Here's Lewis. Looks very lively, even though he's just been on the pitch. Timar Lewis, usually a very active player. Mount Pleasant wins possession. Here is Tim McCullough. And here is Mount Pleasant as they come forward. Appeal for a penalty by the Mount Pleasant players. Nothing, says referee Mason. Kimoni Bailey goes all the way back to Chambers. Tevin Shaw. Oh, that's a lovely ball played over to Devontae Campbell. Well, the Harbour View coaching staff seems to have given up any opportunity. Here is Celestine. Played over. Oh! Bailey was looking for a penalty there. Actually, that was Nicholas Nelson. Referee says nothing doing. Here's Harbour View. Moves forward, but possession lost. Here is Devontae Campbell. Here is Campbell. Finds Nelson. Comes back to Anglin. Anglin to Campbell. Weaving around, trying to find a pass. Nothing doing, but Mount Pleasant maintains possession. Over on the left-hand side. Here's Franco Celestine. Fans are appealing for a penalty. Nothing, says referee Mason. Here is Harbour View as they look to come forward. Lovely ball played over to Timar Lewis. Lewis has angling for company. Comes back to Luca Kong. Here is Duan Green. And he's bonded over by the Mount Pleasant players. Sun is really making life difficult here. But we'll continue to open. Oh, open, yeah. So substitution for Mount Pleasant here. Double substitution being lined up for the Mount Pleasant team. So this free kick seems as if it's going to be taken by Duan Green. All right, we're done. Free kick to be taken. And that one went just over. So double substitution coming up for Mount Pleasant now. In. Out comes player number 7, Devonte Campbell. He's replaced by player number 27, Shamar Smith. While captain, while player number 24, Sule, player number 24, Franco Celestine. Player number 24, Franco Celestine. He is going to be replaced by player number 9, Daniel Green. So substitution taking place by Mount Pleasant in the 73rd minute. And also Harbour View line up another double substitution of their own as play resumes. Ming to Shamar Smith. Ball goes into touch for a throw. Here is Tevin Shaw. Here is Shaw. Oh, referee says that one is going to go for a throw to Harbour View. So throw is going to be taken by Harbour View as Luca Kong is in possession. Attempt to heel this one back, but Tevin Shaw is alert to the danger. Here is Ryan Edwards. Here is Ryan Edwards going forward all the way by himself. Plays this ball over to Daniel Green. Here is Daniel Green looking for a shot. And that was a lovely save by Anthony Bennett there. So it's a corner to Mount Pleasant. Daniel Green is on corner duties. Moment after coming on. Here is this ball played cross. Poor corner by Green. Comes back to Anglin. Comes to Daniel Green. Here is Green looking to weave his way around the Harbour View players. Back out, ball played over. And Kyle Ming was interested in that one. And Luca Kong is just one forward. And the referee says that the Mount Pleasant player was fouled.
Number 23.
So double substitution for Harbour View there. Number 23, Rohan Brown, is going to be replaced by number 11, Omar Thompson. They call him Cheeky, former Jamaica College Manning Cup player. Also played for Cavalier as well. Another player, number 29, Alvinus Myers, a St. Lucian international. He's going to replace player number 31, Duan Green. So that's the end of the game for the Kingston College Manning Cup player. So Myers is on, Green is off, and play resumes for Mount Pleasant. Here is Ming. Comes over to Shamar Smith. Lovely. Here is Smith. Shamar Smith. That one goes into touch. Here is God Stewart. Tended to play that one forward. And here is Daniel Green. Finds Nicholas Nelson, who is looking for a hat trick, but that one is overcooked. Goes outside for a goal kick. And Harbour View, I heard the coaching staff telling the players that they cannot concede any more goals, which suggests they are hell-bent on seeing this one out and maybe trying to add to their tally, but definitely doesn't want to concede any more goals. Here's Odell Harding. Comes forward. Looking for Colorado Murray, but Kevin Shaw. Possession lost. Here is Timar Lewis. Attempt on goal. Goes over. Oh, yeah. So, Mount Pleasant defeated Harbour View yesterday in the Elite Cup under 17. They have also seems as if they are hell bent on making it a double. Here is Captain McCullough, and the referee says that Kevin Shaw, who has just come onto the pitch, has hit the turf quite a few times. Mount Pleasant resumes play. There's Bailey. Daniel Green operating over on that left-hand side. Weaves past the Mount Pleasant player, the Harbour View players. Possession won by Alvinus Myers. Here is Luca Kong being hounded. Maintains possession, but he's fouled. So, have a break in play as the Mount Pleasant goalkeeper is down. Yeah, you have next one? Come on, you can't put in front of it. And by stopping us, you're not happy. So there's a break in play as the Mount Pleasant goalkeeper, Hakeem Chambers, is getting some treatment. I'll try to give you some scores earlier. So Waterhouse defeated Malines United by 1-0. That goal was scored by Andre Fletcher in the 63rd minute. Portmore United currently lead Humber Lion by 1-0, 92nd minute. And here you have Mount Pleasant leading Harbour View by 3-0. Back. Here is Timar Lewis. Here's Akosa Chung. That was a good delivery there by Lewis, but he wasn't on the same wavelength with his teammate, who, by the time he reacted, that one went into touch. So those are the results for the games played earlier. And take a look at the live table. Here's Nelson looking for his third. Finds Kimoni Bailey. So Mount Pleasant maintaining possession all the way back to Jamoy Topi. Captain McCullough. Mount Pleasant possession lost. And referee Mason says that Tevin Shaw committed a foul on Luca Kong. So final substitution for Mount Pleasant being made in the 83rd minute. Out comes player number 25, Raheem Edwards. He's going to be replaced by player number 20, Jabari Howell.
Number 25,
Jabari Howell, he scored a stunner on his debut against Humber Lions at the Catherine Hall Sports Complex. Oh, he would love to get another opportunity like that today as a free kick played by Timar Lewis, but straight to Chambers, who handles that one pretty well. Here is Bailey. That one goes into touch by Daniel Green. Here is Mount Pleasant. That's going to be a foul. High boot by the Harbour View player there. There's Topi, comes to Captain McCullough. Finds Tevin Shaw. Here is Ming. Back to Captain McCullough. Finds Shamar Smith. And he's brought down. Referee. Now that's a foul on Shamar Smith. Referee Mason is doing his best to keep all the players on the pitch. Captain McCullough is going to be taking this free kick. Taken quickly by Ming. And to Shamor Smith, who's bundled off the ball there. He goes for a goal kick. Just about 4 minutes to go in regular time. I don't suppose we'll have more than about 3 minutes of stoppage, given we didn't have a lot of stoppage in the second half, as that one is booted forward by Anthony Bennett. Controlled by Tevin Shaw. Shamor Smith plays Jabbar Howell. Who is taken out. Stopped in his tracks there, Jabbar Howell. Mopperson plays that one quickly. Tevin Shaw comes to Shamor Smith. Comes back to Captain McCullough. Jamoy Topi. To Daniel Green. To Kimoni Bailey. Mount Pleasant having a field day as the Harbour View team seems quite defeated. Here is Rooney. Joshua Anglin comes back to Topi, who goes to McCullough. Harbour View pressing forward. Kyle Ming comes to Captain McCullough. Back to Ming. Back to McCullough. Shamor Smith. And Nicholas Nelson gets a crunching tackle from Odell and Harding. The words he uttered just now, I hope that wasn't captured in the microphone. Well, Harding is being issued a card now for his troubles. Yeah, you know what's over there to the issue there? You know what's over there to the issue there? You better, you know? So the referee indicates minimum of 3 minutes of time to be added. So Captain McCullough is going to be taking this one. He goes all the way back to Jamoy Topi. Looks like another clean sheet for the Mount Pleasant team. Here's Daniel Green to Kimoni Bailey to Topi. Lovely ball played over by Jamoy Topi. Here is Daniel Green. Weaves his way through the box on the top. And it's going to be another goal. Oh, lovely save there from Anthony Bennett. And Joshua Anglin showing his ball mastery skills there. Comes all the way back to Topi. It's a good save from Anthony Bennett. Here's Tevin Shaw. Loses possession, but Captain McCullough does well. It's going to be a throw to Mount Pleasant. And the game has really gone to a walking space. As here is Kevin Shaw trying to find Daniel Green, but goes into touch, throw to Harbour View. Luca Kong, Kevin Shaw wins possession, and he comes forward, and Captain Guard Stewart is gonna pick up that one, plays it forward. Kimoni Bailey hounding the Harbour View player over there in the far corner, but ball played across, and lovely take by Akeem Chambers there. He seems to be down for the count. And I think we have had all the time being played now, but referee Mason awards a throw to Mount Pleasant. Kimoni Bailey is in possession. There's Bailey to Daniel Green. Forward to Anglin. And looks like a foul on Daniel Green there. Maybe this is going to be the last bit of action in this encounter. Quickly taken by Mount Pleasant. Quickly. Harbour View. Just playing out the last few minutes. Akima Jones plays this one forward, looking for a Kwasa Chang, but he's not going to win a foot race with Jamoy Topi, who had a head start there. So referee Mason brings this one to an end. So at the end of 90 minutes, it's Mount Pleasant Football Academy 3 goals scored in the 35th minute by Goddard Irving, and a brace scored in the 59th and 61st minute by Nicholas Nelson. So it's Harbour View 0, Mount Pleasant Football Academy